Hello, everyone. This is Wrestling Discussion, a YouTube channel that is about discussing professional wrestling. So, the next big match of the night on Raw on Netflix was Drew McIntyre versus Jey Uso. Now, I like this match. These two have a good chemistry together. Drew McIntyre is the heel, Jey Uso is the babyface. What's interesting about this match is that Drew McIntyre used to be the babyface, and Jey Uso was the heel when he was in the Bloodline. Now, Drew McIntyre blames the Bloodline for sort of the ills in his life that Clash the Castle 2022, and Drew did suffer some beatdowns from the Bloodline, that is true. And Drew McIntyre has made it his stated goal to take out every member of the Bloodline. The OG Bloodline, not the Solo Sikoa Bloodline, which we'll have to see what happens with that. I made a video about this. Drew McIntyre was the MVP of 2024 WWE, in my opinion. He is absolutely on a completely different level of performance than he was a year ago, or even before then. This match was interesting. I say the word a lot, interesting. Drew McIntyre got the majority of the offense. Right, he looked like the dominant heel. He looked like the main eventer. Jey Uso looked like he was fighting it upwards. He looked like he was fighting an uphill battle. But Jey Uso would get the win in a sneaky fashion. Right? Drew McIntyre hits a Claymore. Looks like the match is over. And Drew McIntyre sort of plays with the crowd. He gets the heel heat going. He stands in the corner and he looks like he's about to hit another Claymore. And Jey Uso turns around and faints. Falls down, much to Drew McIntyre's delight, right? And so Drew McIntyre gets in the other corner and he tells Jey Uso to get up, and he's laughing, he's crackling. He goes for the Claymore. Jey Uso turns around, catches him in a pinning combination. Quick 1, 2, 3 from the ref. Jey Uso with the win. He escapes. Drew McIntyre is left there angry. Now, I was a little bit surprised by this. I thought Drew McIntyre would win. I thought Drew McIntyre, being the dominant heel that they're trying to push, would get the win here over Jey. But it's not surprising. And here's why. If we look back at Drew McIntyre this past year, and that feud he had with CM Punk, each time CM Punk screwed Drew McIntyre out of a title, he got progressively more angry, and it brought up Mountain Drew. When Drew McIntyre is truly just psychotically angry about something, it ups the performance and it ups the entertainment value with him. So now Drew McIntyre has a gripe. He has something to be upset about. Jey Uso stole a victory from him, and now we get to see that anger come back. And you get to elevate Jey even further because he beat a quality opponent. He did it in sort of an Eddie Guerrero capacity where he sort of lied, right? Pretended to be hurt, but he wasn't hurt. He did it to fake Drew. And I like that. I like the story they told. And I'm interested to see what's going to happen next. I think, earlier in the night, they had Roman walking with Paul Heyman into a room that said WWE 2K25, which indicates he's going to be on the front cover. And it's definitely clear that, when Paul Heyman asked him, when can we schedule, this crowning achievement? When can I put the Ulafalo around your neck and declare to the world you are the true tribal chief? And he said January 27th before walking into this room. I think Drew McIntyre is somehow going to be there on January 27th. That's just me. That's where the storyline is heading. It's got to head back to Drew versus Roman. But I'm interested when the rematch with Drew versus Jey is going to happen and how they're going to do that. I think, will they meet at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view? Premium live event, one-on-one? Or will they save it for Elimination Chamber in Toronto, I believe it is, on March 1st or 2nd? That remains to be seen, but I do think there needs to be a stipulation. A stipulation like this where Jey Uso essentially faked being hurt to trick Drew McIntyre into a roll-up pin. I think last man standing is the way to go. Drew McIntyre versus Jey Uso, last man standing. That would be where I would go with it. That's how I would book it. But that's all for this one, guys. Thanks.